Alright, so the next step of the cow catcher is to actually make these profiles, or these indented profiles, to give it some actual character. So what we're going to do is pretty simple. We're going to create a 2D sketch on either one of these surfaces, this slanted surface, and it should end up being able to select both ones because it is a flat surface. So create a 2D sketch, and we could go ahead and we could draw out these lines here, so an offset, and draw them so they're parallel, and then trim them all up and everything. But if you notice that it says that the dimension away from the existing profile or outline shape is 0.1 inch. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my offset tool, which is right up here. Okay, so I have my offset tool, and all I'm going to do is click the yellow line here and bring that in. So see how it all adjusted automatically, and I'm going to dimension from those two lines that I just created. So from there to there, pull that out, it's going to be 1 inch, or 0.1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish 2D sketch, and from there what I'm going to do is extrude this inside surface. I'm going to make a cut, and every once in a while it may not go back in, so you may have to again play with this part right here. So it should be cutting back into the surface, and it should be 0.05. Now the reason why we had to end up doing this part second, because if you notice, if we look at the underside, this is a uniform thickness, so it's the same thickness all the way around that 0.1 inch when we shelled it. Now if I actually take this extrusion that I just made and move that above my shell, see what happens is it actually makes the thickness of this edge right here is thicker, okay, because it's basing off, it's measuring from this inside surface back your 0.1 inch. Okay, so instead of measuring from the top right up here, it's measuring in from the bottom surface. So if you ended up doing it where you made the extrusions first, just simply go back and pull those and move those back down. Alright, then you just do the same thing for the other side. Offset it, bring that in, oops, dimension it, 0.1, finish 2D sketch, extrude that, back, make a cut, 0.05. Okay, now we have that all set. What you can do is go ahead and start making the pegs so it actually attaches into the body of the train. So what you're going to do for that is just simply create a sketch with these points located on it, and then extrude it to the needed dimensions. Alright, so if we go through there, like I said, create a 2D sketch. I'm just going to place 3 points. So I'm trying not to get any lines. And there. Okay. Next, so it says from the very corner is 0.275, and up it's 1/8 of an inch. So from the corner here, 0.275, and there up is 0.125. Up 0.125, and from the corner, that's typical 0.275. Same thing for the center mark. If you notice that the distance should be 1.25, so I should be able to measure these two, and notice how it's saying that it's 1.25, so I can accept. I don't need that one though, so I'm going to delete that. But it's saying that this middle peg is centered. Okay, so it's from either one of these endpoints, it's halfway in between, so that's 0.625. Dimension from here to there, 0.625, and it's saying that the height measurement is also 0.625. So from the bottom line, go vertical up, 0.625. So it's saying right there, those are my 3 points. So that's all I need to do. I can create a circle around each one with a diameter. Where does it say the diameter is? That's the chamfer. Let's see, right here. Okay, so diameter is 1/8 inch, and that's typical. So again, that's for all 3 of my pegs. So I'm going to create a circle, 0.125, and do that for all 3. Then just simply extrude all 3 of them by clicking on those to a depth of, let's see, what is it? Oh, up here. Okay. So it's showing that it's also extruded 1/8 of an inch. So 0.125. And the last little bit is to actually put on a chamfer. Okay, so that's 0.01 at 45 degrees. So again, using our chamfer tool, you can either select what edge, or you can type in your 45 degrees in the distance. Okay, so our edge is right there, 0.01 inches. Just double checking. Yep. And that's going to be on all 3. So notice how it just slightly chamfers those edges. Okay. Go ahead and save that, and then your next step is to start assembling. Just make sure that before you start assembling, you have made your linkage peg as well as your hitch magnet.